Only thing with the White Sox, I say they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt. What is going on, guys? My name is Kyle Davis, and this is MV3. I'm here with my co-host Tbone, as always. How we doing, buddy?
What up? We're back. We're here. We're alive and well.
Yeah. We've been gone for a couple weeks. I was sick.
I think we were all sick one week, and then I didn't want to go solo last week.
No, I think it was more so I didn't want to go solo last week.
No,
I think you had something going. You were out of town.
Oh,
You were out of town last week. I think I don't remember
that's
where
right.
you were, but you were out of town
Michigan.
somewhere.
Michigan.
Did you watch the Penn State game there?
Yeah, of course I did. It's the Michigan game.
Yeah.
And then throw a forward pass. It's the best day ever.
Yeah, well. They looked pedestrian at times, but they got the job done, so that's all that matters.
I don't think they ever looked pedestrian. That's a bold statement.
I just like to ruffle your feathers.
Yeah, I don't know about Yeah.
You should know by now. All I like to do is piss you off.
That's fair. That's fair.
Can we talk about for a second that we were both 100% right about Washington this year?
Yeah, we're pretty right about everything. That's not surprising to me. Maybe it's surprising to some, but not when you're us and Michael Penix is going to win the Heisman.
I think last week I don't know if he locked down the Heisman. I don't think he needs to set the world on fire the next couple games, but I think as long as he doesn't pull Caleb Williams, I think he'll be just fine. And the Heisman is almost locked up.
As in just shitting the bed, or
if he doesn't come out throw 3-4 interceptions against Oregon State or in the Pac-12 championship game, I think his odds have to be through the roof right now. Although I'm guessing number 2 is still JJ.
No, not after last week.
Who would have moved
Nix,
up?
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
I mean JJ's bid is probably done, which I'm fine with. I mean,
you'd rather have a national championship than a Heisman winner.
Yeah, 100%. That's not even it's not even a second guess.
So college football playoff rankings came out again yesterday, and Ohio State and Georgia switched up, and that's the only change in the top 8. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I'm glad they finally put Ohio State closer to where they belong.
Well, where do they belong, according to the great Tbone? Third?
They belong third.
Are we okay with Florida State still being above Washington? Because I'm not.
That's tough.
They're putting Florida State there because of a win against LSU in week 1. Or it was week 1, right?
Yeah. Whatever.
Week 1 or 0. That's the only reason they're sitting at 4. They should be at 5. Washington has more impressive wins. I wouldn't say the fashion of their wins are better, but they're playing week in and week out ranked opponents. I think they're up to 4. They're about to be up to 5 if they can knock off Oregon State.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see Washington in there because I don't believe in the ACC. I think the road to be an undefeated Pac-12 champion is much, much, much more difficult than an ACC
100%
championship. Despite how you feel about Louisville being there and UNC, whatever.
Which I think Florida State gets. Oh my god, they have that fucking SEC crap where they have this random easy cakewalk.
Yeah. Oh,
come on.
There.
Oh, there I am.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Yeah, they have this random bullshit like what the SEC does where they give you this random game against North Alabama in week what are we in? 11? Like
Something like that. Yeah.
yeah, so they have North Alabama, Florida, and then the ACC championship game, which is almost guaranteed to be Louisville at this point, unless Louisville should have. And I think they still have the tiebreaker against North Carolina. Ooh, they haven't played this year. I don't know what all the tiebreakers would be.
I don't know the non-head-to-head tiebreakers.
No.
Sorry, I don't know that.
But outside of that, I think some of the bowl projections are coming out, and surprisingly enough, I was shocked when I saw Wisconsin getting a bowl bid this year. And they're projected to take on USC.
That I don't want. I don't want to watch.
I don't want to see that.
Why would they do that going into the Big Ten next year? You'd think you'd want to avoid that matchup,
right?
I will say this does. I mean,
granted, I'm going off of projections from Bleacher Report, which isn't always, and a lot can happen between now and then.
Right.
USC could continue. I think they're projecting USC to continue to slide because that's the only thing that I can picture. Like Wisconsin has been beyond a disappointment this year. I know you're going to say this is just what was to be expected, but like I expected them to be more competitive in these games. I expected a 3-loss, maybe 4-loss season. They're coming up on.
I expected them to be more competitive. The record is not surprising, but I did expect them to be more competitive. That's fair. I don't.
Injuries took a lot into effect. They're 5-5, which I am beyond shocked. And now that Washington State loss looks so much worse because Washington State rattled off. I think they're 4-6 now. They just can't put up points. They have no offense. And right. I mean, their defense is solid. It's okay, but it doesn't look like the dominant defenses that we've seen from Wisconsin in the past.
Right.
Like they're going up against Nebraska, and normally I would say, all right, Nebraska, that should be a win. I wouldn't be surprised if they got blown out by Nebraska this weekend.
Wouldn't that be something? I think that'd be awesome, personally.
Well, it looks like both of us are going to be wrong on.
I said Nebraska could be in the hunt for it. I said that at the beginning, and then you were like,
"Oh, the West is in the hunt." Was in the hunt for it the entire year, so, and then Iowa finally took control of it.
Did they though, or did they just kind of like not
shit the bed?
Yeah.
Not shit the bed. They did what the rest of the West did, and that is shit the bed.
Yeah, that's fair. So speaking of that, let me pull this up. What are we doing?
While you're doing that, you guys can catch us, our live content on Facebook and YouTube live. You can catch us on Twitch as well at MV3 Gaming. And you can catch the audio after the day after on Spotify, Google Pods, and Apple Pods. And check out the TikTok. T-Bone's been doing some work over there.
Yep.
But
I have been. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I know. I sent this in the group chat. And I want to know because I think that I don't think this is going to happen. But it's not on the realm of possibility. So for people who are just listening, Joel Klatt put out a hypothetical college football scenario, and I think this is the most pandemonium you could have. So this is operating under the notion that there's a undefeated Big Ten champ, aka Michigan or Ohio State. Obviously, whoever is who's 12-1 and a non-Big Ten champ, they're out, regardless if it's Michigan or Ohio State. Fair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
An undefeated FSU, because that seems likely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 2 spots for 5 teams: a 12-1 Oregon, Pac-12 champ; a 12-1 Texas, Big 12 champ; a 12-1 Alabama, SEC champ; a 12-1 Georgia, non-champ; and a 12-1 Washington, non-champ. So this is operating on the idea that Oregon and Washington meet in the Pac-12 and Oregon wins, and that Georgia and Bama meet in the SEC championship and Bama wins.
Which I don't see either of those two things happening.
Alabama's hot right now.
Alabama is hot, but Georgia just
they're also catching stride. They got Bowers back. They got McConkey. Like they got they got dudes. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that. I'm not taking anything away from that. I'm just curious what, like, obviously you got to pick two.
Mm-hmm. This is also assuming that Florida State wins out,
which seems to be likely. That out
it
of
does
everything,
seem likely.
Right?
There's
But
a lot of big what ifs here. Also,
I know.
the Georgia Alabama is already locked in.
You're telling me a Georgia Alabama that those two are locked in, and so if this is the
No,
scenario,
no. I'm saying the SEC championship game is Alabama Georgia.
Yes,
that is already locked into place.
Isn't Oregon Washington damn near?
I can find out. Give me a second.
I would have to.
I think you're right on that as well. I'm fairly
so
certain.
which of these five are you picking for the final two spots? I know who I'm picking.
I think Washington's out.
Yes.
I think if this scenario happens, I think
there's no way they put
Texas. You have to put Texas over Bama. I don't care what anybody says
because
they have the head-to-head. They have the head-to-head, and
so
I know there's going to be a.
Okay.
I know people are going to want to say that Bama is just the sexier pick because it's Bama, but Texas is a hotter team right now.
Okay, so tell me this. Do you think potentially, I think if this is the case, Texas has to be in. I also think Oregon needs to be in, and I could see Alabama pushing FSU out. If you have an undefeated
FSU out?
To a 12-1 Alabama championship.
So
because
yours would be Big Ten undefeated champ, Oregon
champ, Texas champ,
Bama champ. So you just want you just want the champions. That's what you're telling me, correct?
Outside of FSU, yes.
God, that'd be tough to not see Georgia.
Or
that'd be
Alabama.
tough not.
Yeah. I know. Or no, I'm saying because you can't. I think Texas would be in because you have to respect that Texas beat Alabama.
Correct.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
So Texas is in. Oregon. What? I don't know how you leave Oregon out after the
can't. Oregon's been so impressive. Even in their loss, they were impressive.
I know you can't leave them out because that Pac-12 has been a gauntlet with everyone they've had with Oregon, Washington, Oregon State,
Washington twice,
Washington State, USC, UCLA is not bad. Like they have a lot of good teams, and there is zero chance they leave out the SEC championship champ. Zero chance.
No, and that's
oh my God! I would love for this to happen. This would be so much fun.
This is also the big point on why things are going to get better. Come, I think as early as next year with the extended. I think it's 12 teams, right?
Yeah.
So as it stands right now, let me bring that back up. I'm kind of curious on what it would look like. So the top 4 teams would have a bye. So Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State would all have a bye.
Yep.
Washington would play Penn State. I would love to see that game. Be a good game. I personally think Washington would beat the brakes off of Penn State. Then we have a Pac-12 matchup of Oregon facing Oregon State.
That's a good one.
You have a rivalry game in the playoff. Texas would take on Louisville, and Alabama would take on Missouri.
I'm good with all that.
I'm good with all of that. And then the winners of those games, then potentially you would have.
Yeah, honestly, that wouldn't surprise me if they flip-flopped a little bit, like kept the inter-conference matchups swapped, like swap the Pac-12 matchup and the SEC matchup and flip-flopped them, like give Missouri to Oregon, Oregon State to Bama. Like
so what I think I think they're gonna start looking at this differently, and I think you're gonna see a lot of 1 through 4 are going to be champs. Not even based on like rankings and stuff like that, like the committee. Yeah, I think it's like you're going to have your SEC champ, your Big Ten champ, your Big 12
because there's no more Pac-12.
Correct.
So you have your 4 champs.
And then you can have your group of 5 if you want to do a group of 5, because I know that's going to be a conversation every single year. And then you have your at-large, and all the at-large are going to be 5 through 12. And I think that's the best way to do it.
I'm okay with that, personally. I've been saying... I said for the longest time before the whole reconstruction, I said it should be 8 teams. The 5 power conferences have the automatic place, and you have 3 at large. Now, when you take away one conference, it gets a little different. I'm okay with that. It's still the same. It's basically, it should be the same concept. Like, you get a bye if you win your conference championship.
I think it works out even better with this, with only 4.
But in the scenario you just laid out, that wouldn't necessarily be true because Michigan and Ohio State wouldn't be a thing. One of them would be champ, one would not.
Correct. And then one would be playing in the first round, one would not.
Yeah. I'm just saying, when you said the first 4 seeds would be, in theory, it wouldn't. In reality, it wouldn't.
I think the only problem that could arise is if it's the Big Ten pandemonium. Let's say you have an undefeated Michigan. Let's say an undefeated Michigan rolls into the Big Ten championship facing Iowa, who's 9-3 or whatever, 9-3, and Iowa knocks off Michigan. Do you give Iowa the bye?
If that's what we're operating under, hey, if you win, you get a top 4 spot.
I think
that if it's not like guaranteed and outlined, then no.
I think that's the way they should do it. I don't think it's the way they will do it, but I think it's the way it should be done. Then you give all the.
If we have 4 Power 4 conferences, the first 4 spots in the seeding should be to the championships. I'm okay with it.
And then all the at large is based off of the college football committee, playoff committee. I think that's the best way to do it. I think that's the most fair way to do it. And then you have the seeding still put together well, so you have a possibility of a 12-1 Georgia getting knocked off by whoever from the other side of the SEC, and then it's one more game. If you guys were that impressive during the
Oh my God, he lost his voice. Whatever shall we do now? I have no idea.
I keep losing on.
Way to go. Now we just have dead air because Kyle's over here. Can't put a microphone in. Can't do anything. Oh, no, you're muted now, buddy. It shows your microphone's actually muted. I could unmute his mic. Oh, I could mute his mic. I could keep muted. Now now he's muted. Now he's unmuted. Oh.
You're a jackass.
There he is.
I can't touch my mic, apparently.
There you go.
My mic cord is loose. I need a new cord.
That's fair.
But the parity in the college football world is going to look a lot different, and I am so amped for it.
Yeah, because I'm
college football.
Yeah, and you're going to have more of those teams that are like USC is going to be in the Big Ten. So is Washington. So is Oregon. So it's like someone's got.
With how competitive the Pac-12 was.
The Big Ten pandemonium is not going to happen because they're going to be on the other side.
Correct.
So the Big Ten championship game is actually going to be entertaining for the first time in a decade.
You're a jackass.
I'm just saying we're not getting Michigan. Well, I liked it rolling Iowa by 50.
I don't think you're to see. I think Iowa's better. Their offense is dog shit still, but I mean Michigan's not going to put up a lot of points if it turns out to be Michigan, Iowa. Or Ohio State, Iowa, whoever comes out of the Michigan or Ohio State. I don't know why I was going to say Oregon State. I'm fucking shit up.
That's fair.
But obviously the top 4, the playoff picture is going to change drastically because the loser of the Big Ten championship is going to get knocked, or the loser of Michigan, Ohio State is going to get knocked out. I don't think there's a way for them to crawl back in because they won't have the Big Ten championship. And it's
only
not like
if
last
the
year.
pandemonium happens. If Iowa,
you would need a lot to happen. You would need.
I know
for Ohio State or Michigan, one loss Ohio State Michigan team to somehow get in. Washington has to lose this weekend, and then Washington would go back and beat Oregon, and then neither of them would be in.
Would you rather take an 11-1 Ohio State team who didn't make the championship, or a 12-1 Michigan team who lost in the Big Ten?
Well, Michigan's not going to lose.
I know that. I'm saying because whoever wins,
you're saying Ohio State and Michigan would have one loss.
Yeah, if
neither
Michigan beats Ohio State and then Michigan loses in the Big Ten championship. Who would you? If it came down to which would you take? Would you penalize Michigan for playing the extra game and making this championship, or Ohio State for not losing, not
Ohio
having that game.
State, because Michigan would be losing to a lesser team. Ohio State losing to Michigan is a better loss. I hate talking about that statement. I hate that statement. Is a better loss than Michigan losing to Iowa.
But you're almost penalizing Michigan for playing
Correct.
an extra game.
I am penalizing, and
That's
I'm
weird.
just saying
It's weird.
It is weird.
A lot of other shit would have to happen, no doubt. No doubt.
And it's not going to happen because Iowa's not knocking off either Ohio State or Michigan, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But this is the parity we have to talk about because this is what the college football committee is talking about every single week.
I don't think they're talking about shit. I think they're just jerking each other off, not doing a damn thing.
I'm so happy we're on the same page because that's exactly what I think they're doing.
They're like, this week it's going to be Georgia at number 1. Why? I don't really know.
I don't know.
I feel like it. Oh, okay. That's fun.
Yeah. You got an immaculate grid for us, bud?
I do, actually. We can move on to the NFL a little bit. I do have one.
We can always come back. We can always come back to college.
Yeah, we don't ever follow anything.
No, we have no script. We shoot from the hip.
This is very accurate.
Oh,
Hello. Okay, on the top of this week's immaculate grid, we have the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. And then we have Carolina Panthers. And then 3 rushing touchdowns in a game. Going down the left side, we have your Tennessee Titans, Baltimore Ravens, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what we got. I think we have an easy one.
I think we do have a pretty damn easy one.
One?
Let's start on the far right. Let's start with the rushing touchdowns. Derrick Henry.
Do you think CJ 2K did this? I know Derek did.
I know Derek did. You think Chris Johnson did it?
Dude, that guy ran for like 2,000 yards.
That's true.
Derek.
Not Ricky Henry. That's a lot of R's. Let's see. Yeah. Derrick Henry. Baltimore.
Didn't Gus Edwards do this like 2 weeks ago?
They had a lot of rushing touchdowns, but they used running back by committee at that point.
I think Gus Edwards got this like
who was the running back? Who was the running back when Flacco was there?
Mark? No.
You don't think Mark I
don't know if he did it for the Ravens.
Meet me at the bank.
Yeah. How about that?
Steelers is probably Lev Bell.
No, Jerome Bettis. Remember?
Wait, was that 99 though?
Okay. No.
Since 99.
You know that meme where it's like, oh, Jerome Bettis, 3 rushes, 3 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Baltimore. Okay. Ooh. Who else? Why am I not picturing running backs for Baltimore right now?
Willis McGahee.
Ray Rice.
Ooh, kicker.
Hey.
I feel like Ingram did because him went Lamar. Do you think Lamar might have? No. I don't know. You say running, I think Baltimore.
I'd say 2. Yeah, there's a long list, and it's all recent too.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just go to this easy one.
Okay. That's a cakewalk.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Tennessee, Carolina, Did Calvin Benjamin play for?
He played for Carolina, but I think he played for the Packers and the Bills.
He didn't play for the Packers, though.
No, he got cut. I think Michael or Big Mike.
Yeah.
I believe Big Mike ended his career with the Titans.
Why am I? I'm trying to picture one of the people.
There's a white quarterback. He backed up the Colts for a while, I believe.
I thought you were going to go Clausen. I was like, Clausen didn't play for.
Not Kerry Wood. That's Chicago Cubs.
Kerry Klein?
Collins. There it is.
What's his first name, though? Kerry Collins?
Kerry. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, there he is.
What is that? Is that a Giant? He played for the Giants, too?
I think I knew that.
I was unaware of that. Unaware of that.
Philly Ravens?
Steelers, Philly is Mike Vick.
Philly Steel. That is my man. That's Michael. Mike Vick. Appreciate that, Diamond. What's up? I know Deshaun Jackson did this for like 2 games for the Ravens. Wasn't there
Who's that?
another wide receiver? I know Deshaun Jackson did for like 3 games.
Djax is 100%.
No, it wasn't there. Didn't you have another one, like your slot guy? Not Ryan Matthews. Not that guy. Not Aguilar. Well, actually, Aguilar.
Yes. Aguilar,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Aguilar. Can't be that many people named Nelson. And am I tripping?
I don't see him either. Picasso Nelson? Who?
Aguilar.
I'm pretty sure it's AGH. No, no, you had it. Go back. There it is. All right.
Aguilar.
Panthers, Ravens. There's got to be a D lineman. Peppers didn't play for the Ravens. Linebacker.
Hayden Hurst.
Linebacker? Who was
tight end?
That's true.
Okay, so we got
where did Thomas Davis go? The linebacker that played with Kuechly go after he left the Panthers.
San Francisco. I almost went to
think you're right. I think you're right. Panthers, Steelers. Panthers just don't stick out in my head.
Julius. Did Peppers ever play for the Ravens?
He played for the Panthers. He played for the Packers,
the Bears.
the Bears.
Yeah, I don't think he played for the
Olsen did no. Olsen,
Greg
Olsen played for the Panthers.
Didn't he play for, like the Ravens or something, or not the Ravens? The Raiders, or is that Witten who I'm thinking of late in his career? Greg Olsen played for the Bears and the Panthers. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm going Hayden Hurst because I know this is true, and I can't think of anyone else. Carolina. Oh my God, Steelers.
Steelers should be obvious. I'm shocked that the Steelers are not as obvious as because Lev went to the Jets and then.
Yep. Oh, who was Lev's backup? He was
Connor.
No, before that. Maybe he wasn't Lev's.
Mendenhall?
No.
Stewart? Did Stewart?
No, the other one.
Stewart?
Who's the other one? No, the other guy. It was Stewart and who?
D'Angelo?
Yeah. There it is.
If I said enough names.
I'm like, I know which backup I'm looking for.
Nice.
There we go.
All right. This should be easy. This should be so easy.
I'm pretty sure Gus Edwards did this. But I don't know. Ingram, yes, probably, but
Ingram probably.
I don't know if he did it.
Did he do it for Baltimore?
That's what I'm saying. But it just says 3 rushing touchdowns in a game since '99. I don't know if it has to be.
Dobbins hasn't done it.
No, he sucks.
I wouldn't say he sucks, but
you want to shoot Mark Ingram or Gus Edwards?
How confident are you in Gus Edwards? Because I'm pretty confident.
67%. I'm confident Ingram. I'm not confident he did it for the Ravens.
All right, I'm going to flip a coin on my phone. Heads we go, Ingram. Tails
Perfect.
we go.
Do it.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin, Siri.
Heads. What did I say for heads?
I don't remember.
I think I said Ingram. Let's go Ingram.
Ingram. Marcus.
He's not present.
I don't think that's accurate.
He's definitely not present.
Yeah, I didn't think that. All right, look at that.
That was good. That was a good one.
I don't believe he did it for the.
I think you're right. I don't think he did it for Baltimore. I'm pretty sure he did it
I don't
one
know.
of the plethora of other teams that he played for.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't he also play for like the fucking Texans? I believe so.
Yeah, Lamar Miller might have worked for that.
Ooh.
The longer we think about this, the worse it gets.
Yeah. That's
also, Dame Dalla has 32 right now.
Well, Dame Dalla's a fucking G-Wagon.
He is. Everybody was freaking out because they lost, and they're doing it without Giannis. So there's that.
Yeah, maybe Giannis sucks.
Maybe
I'm sure that's what Bucks Twitter will start saying.
Oh, it's gonna be annoying today. Giannis doesn't suck. Giannis just doesn't know how to play with another ball dominant player. Once they get that pick and roll down, they're up 30 on the Raptors. By the way.
Yeah, listen, man, I'm really pissed off because they played the Raptors like a week ago, and they fucking lost
By a lot. They didn't just lose.
Yeah, I know. Guess what? I had an 8-leg parlay that would have hit if those motherfuckers could beat the Raptors. Now they decide to beat the Raptors.
Well, I mean, you have two players in double digits, and they're 4 minutes into the third quarter. Damian Lillard with 32, Malik Beasley with 19. Go fucking figure. Middleton's got 5, Lopez has 4. Oh, they started the Rook.
Yeah.
Andre Jackson Jr. is starting tonight. I like that move. I like that a lot. He's not going to score, but he is a dog on defense.
I would assume you knew that.
I have been at work. I don't have much time to look at a whole bunch of stuff. So what do you think? First off, what do you think of the in-season tournament so far? We're going to comment. Don't worry. We'll talk about the eyesores that are the courts in a minute. Because I can't stand
that's
those.
my problem. Like, I listened to JJ Redick, his podcast, and he was talking to Adam Silver about it. I don't mind it. I think if it anything to get regular season games like meaningful a little bit, it's cool with me. But I don't know. It's kind of tough.
It's tough. I like it. It makes, like you said, early season games, it makes it not as much of a drag when you start getting into like November, December. I would have liked this to be located, the in-season tournament, after football was done.
Yeah.
Because granted, because they're competing with the NFL is never a good idea. It's never been a good idea. It's never going to be a good idea. The NFL is always going to pull. If there's the NBA and the NFL on at the same time, people are going to gravitate towards the NFL every single time.
Yes.
And I think they needed to put this later in the season. I think it should have been maybe your group stages are during the playoffs because people aren't going to pay attention to that as much. And then your knockout round is right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then your championship is maybe All-Star weekend or something. I don't know.
You want to know how much bad luck I have?
How much bad luck do you have? Because you had some pretty good luck a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know, but we're just gonna go with this. Look at this.
Let me make this bigger. There we go.
Oh,
that is too big.
I never heard that one before.
I bet you haven't.
Okay. So where was I?
Holy crap! That was a lot of misses. I just saw. Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. Oh, yeah, look at it. Hit. Oh, fuck you, Jason Tatum.
He didn't score 25? That's wild.
No, 6 out of 7. Fuck me. Oh, look at this. Grayson Allen only hit 1 3, not 2 threes. Oh, 4
Don't
out of
ever
5.
put Grayson Allen in a fucking parlay.
Yeah, this one, whatever. That's fine. Whatever. Oh, look at this one. Oh, 5 out of 6. Oh, screw me. Thanks, Michigan. They scored 24. That one sucked.
Okay.
Look at this one. Oh.
Stop trusting Michigan players, dude.
No. This was all the one game of the Penn State game. This was all this last week. This was in a week.
Oh, Jesus.
This is a week. Look at how one leg. Oh, yeah, this one too. Oh, thanks, Oklahoma State. You suck. Oh, look at this. Oh, thanks, Tennessee. You suck. Oh, look at this one. Yeah, this is a nice one. $75. Penix, 2 touchdowns. Money line. Tatum, Paula. Oh no, they lost to the Magic. Sorry, the fucking Magic. Look at this. 8 legs, 7 out of 8. That's cool.
What would you have won for that 8-leg one?
75. I don't know. What is like
a lot?
15?
That'd be a lot.
Like plus 1,500 odds. Oh yeah. Then of course I had these bets. You know, the one time Chris McCaffrey can't score a fucking touchdown.
That was this past week.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
They were force-feeding the fuck out of him at the end of that game, too.
Look at this. Blake Corum, to have a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey seemed like an easy bet. No.
Thanks, Dad, for the like.
Christian McCaffrey can't do this. What I'm Uncle D, I see that. Oh, and then I get this one. Look at this. Another 25. Oh, tanked out. Guess how many yards he had this game?
56.
Bingo. What is this?
I faced Tank Dell that week, so trust me, I know. I lost in one of my leagues by 0.2 points.
This one was good. This saved everything.
That was a good one.
I was one away on so many, dude. Like I can't. I wanted to find a cliff.
All right. Are we staying on NBA or do you have some NFL you want to get down? But we got plenty of time. We're still really early here.
I know we got plenty of time. I'm
Okay.
good with NBA. I'm good with
What
whatever.
is your bigger surprise right now in the Western
Uh-huh.
Conference? The Rockets or the Timberwolves?
I hate both teams.
Oh, I don't. I like. I like.
I don't mind the
makeup
Rockets.
I like the makeup of both teams.
I don't like the Timberwolves. People are trying to convince me that Cat is a good player, and I
He's
don't
not.
think
Anthony Edwards. That's Ant's team.
Yeah,
That's
I don't.
Ant's team.
Yeah, I'm sick of Cat thinking he's Anthony Davis when he isn't fucking Joel Prisbilla.
He's Steve Novak.
No, don't disrespect the GOAT.
I'm trying to think of a good
Ilyasova.
comparison. I'm trying to think of a good comparison, and I
Ersan.
don't even have it.
Ursan.
Ersan? I like
But
that one.
worse. But
I like that.
worse.
Oh, wow. I like Cat. I liked Cat, and then like he started turning into a whiny guy.
Yeah,
One of
and then he
those
thinks
guys.
he's like the guy on his team, and he's not even.
not.
He
I don't
was
even
never
know
when
who-
Jimmy was there. He's not when Ant was there. It's not when D-Rose or not D-Rose or D-Rose was there, but not when
D-Rose was there.
D'Angelo was there or Russell was there. Like, I hate Cat.
They're a good team though. They're a fun team to watch. If you,
I refuse.
I like Anthony Edwards. I don't like
fair.
Cat. I don't like Cat either, but I like Anthony Edwards a lot.
That's fair. He's fun to watch.
Is this one of the better rookie of the year races that we're going to be watching all year? Chet Holmgren against
It's not fair.
Victor?
It's just like the Ben Simmons thing from years ago. It's not
I
fair.
still think the Pistons Thompson twin is playing pretty damn well too. I like
Both
this
of
was a
them.
good
Both of
draft.
them are.
It was a good draft.
Both
this
of them
year.
have played really well.
Also, did you see that Greenfield kid drop 25 last night?
Brandon Padinsky.
Yeah.
Yep. From
though he didn't go-
Greenfield, went to St. John's Northwestern. He was actually in the Greenfield Parks and Rec system in like 2014, I believe.
That means we have two Greenfield boys in the NBA.
Technically, yes. Yes. We have a lot of Milwaukee guys.
A lot of Milwaukee guys.
Jordan Poole, Kayvon Looney.
Some champions.
Both the guys we just mentioned.
Yeah. There's some more.
Those are the four most notable, I would say.
I would say probably most notable. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else. There's somebody else. Pat Baldwin.
Yeah, but he sucks.
So far, I think he's going to get better as this season goes on.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I've also been watching a lot of college basketball. That's kicked off. Basketball season started on Monday. So
Are you feeling okay, bud? How you feeling right now
about what?
About the college basketball season?
We're fine. What do you mean? We lost to Arizona, who's a top team. What do you want? We
need to talk about how bad of a look this is for Michigan State.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
That was the game I watched. That was that first night. That was
they got rolled.
Oh, Marquette. I will say Marquette does not look as impressive as I thought they were going to look in their first two games. They're good.
Night?
They're getting their jobs done. The job done. But I think that it.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Did you watch last night?
I did not get a chance. I worked a little
Kolek
bit of OT.
looked really good last night.
And that's the player. I think Marquette will go as Kolek goes this year. I like a lot of players. I like that they brought back a lot from last season. And what is his name? I can't remember how to pronounce his name. The big guy, Iguodaro. I like him. They have a good trio of players in Cam Jones, Iguodaro, and Kolek. I think that they're going to be a dangerous team in the tournament this year. I think really it's going to be a real good tournament this year. I think there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be making some arguments that could make the Final Four this year.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I have a good bet out there for 6 conference championships.
Oh, we never did our college basketball preview this year.
No, because Keith is a little bitch.
We need Keith. I can't don't do college basketball.
I can hear you, but Keith knows like who's UW Milwaukee's top scorers, and it's real annoying that he knows that.
Yeah.
But then I'll pull some same crap about like some bull crap UNC Asheville. So like I get it, but I need Keith for that one.
Yeah, I mean
we need Keith for that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can.
You can hang. We can hang.
Yeah, I know a little bit. I
gotta
watch
get
enough.
nerdy.
I watch enough. Okay, explain this to me because you're
Yeah.
more of our college basketball guy.
Sure
What
thing.
is Florida Atlantic doing to make them a top 10 team?
They are returning a lot of their Final Four team. I
Okay.
believe 6 of their top 7 or 5 of their top 6, something like that. They are a more experienced than before, which is hilarious because now they have Final Four experience. Yeah, that's why they
Okay.
a lot of returning talent, as a lot of those kind of teams do. If they make a run when those guys are young, and now the next year or two, if they're young enough, they're going to kind of stay relevant. Kind of like how loyal Chicago did for like the year and a half after they made their run.
So
yeah.
I did watch a game the other night. I think it was last night actually.
Well, there's good games on last night. Kansas, Kentucky, and
That's the game I was
Duke,
talking
Michigan
about.
State.
The former Michigan player dropping 27. What was it? 27 and 21 or something.
Hunter Dickinson, baby.
He's gonna make an argument for Player of the Year.
He did his sophomore year 3 years ago.
And now he's at a blue blood. Granted, Michigan can be
Michigan's a baby blue.
baby. That's what I would consider them the same.
Just because
now,
of
Kansas,
their
though,
yeah,
that's blue blood. That's blue blood.
Well, and Bill Self's offense having a big man that can pass like Hunter Dickinson. Hunter Dickinson is probably the best passing big man that has been in college basketball in probably at least 5 years. I mean, at least 5 years.
So is he a fifth-year senior? Is that what he is, or is he a?
I don't think COVID year messed with him. So I
don't think that messed with.
fifth.
The only thing it did was cancel.
I think it's just a fifth year, and he just gets the extra year. So I think this is his 5th year, just straight up.
Okay. So assuming he's going to the NBA, correct? I don't think does his game transfer to the NBA very well.
I could see him being a lot like a Luka Garza,
Mm-hmm.
where he's a much better passer than Luka, but I don't think he's as. No, he can step out and shoot the 3. I don't think his. Defense,
I don't think he's as polished of a scorer as he is.
He's. I don't want to say this because his game is similar to Jokic's in the sense of he doesn't. Jokic does a lot of things extremely well. I believe Jokic is the best player in the NBA. So whatever I say, take this. It's not like a knock on Jokic or anything. I think he's just a great basketball player. He has such a high IQ that it makes up for his lack of athleticism. I think Dickinson is very similar in that aspect. He's not this freak athlete, but he is 7 foot and he can step out and shoot the 3, which I just don't know if his defense is going to translate.
I think that's the problem that I'm going to see as well.
And
he's also 7'2", by the way.
Yeah, he's a true 7-footer. Similar with Duke and Kyle Filipowski. He's also 7 foot, but he's a better athlete. But they're well, can he shoot? Can he defend? And he's proving that he probably will.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if Dickinson. I could see it, but it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. I could see either one happening. I wouldn't be oh wow, I'm super surprised by that.
So his numbers currently, he averaging 22 and 12. Granted, it's only 2 games in, but I think he'll be. Yeah, I mean, Kansas is going to be a tough out.
Well, they're all American. The preseason All Americans were Filipowski, Edey, Dickinson, Kolek.
I still don't like Edey.
Yeah, I don't either.
I will never like Edey.
But they had 4 big men on the first team All American. I think Kolek was the only guard.
Yeah. Well, Kolek.
And then Baycott, Armando Baycott is still in college, and he was second team, I believe. They had big men in college we're here right now. We're here.
I like it. I'm definitely here for it. I don't like Zach Edey's game at all. He's tall. That's all he has going for him. He's tall.
Yeah.
He's almost got the taco fall. He doesn't have great footwork.
No. Offensively, he does. Defensively, no.
No.
He's just big.
But I'm looking around and we both know I'm not as what's the word? sound in college basketball because there's so much to cover, but you guys absolutely love it. You guys bet on the game, so it's a little bit different for you guys. There's a good matchup for Purdue coming up this weekend in the Maui Invitational. Gonzaga and Purdue.
Gonzaga.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. I think Purdue's going to have a really good regular season again, mainly because they have a chip on their shoulder now from getting knocked out by a 16 seed.
Yeah, I don't think this team is better than the team when they had Edie and Ivy.
No.
From 2 years ago.
So, granted, we're not doing a full college rundown and like preview because we would need Keith for that. Who outside of the top 10 has the opportunity of being a 1 seed in March?
I have the rankings up. I'm looking right now. Yikes, that's tough.
I mean, I guess the obvious answer would still be Michigan State.
Yeah, I think that's a cop out. I think Texas.
Do you think Kentucky could be there?
No, I hate Kentucky. I won't speak.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have a deep hatred for Kentucky. I forgot about that.
You probably might have to throw Gonzaga in there because they're not going to play anybody in their in their conference schedule.
If they beat,
they are playing some good teams. Like they are playing Purdue. They play USC. They have UConn later, but they're playing Kentucky as well. So they have some. The one thing I love about college basketball is big teams aren't afraid of playing big teams. Like last night, the Champions Classic, which they've had for years now, Duke, Michigan State, Kansas, and Kentucky. Like no matter where they're at, those are always solid teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like
100%.
I love seeing that. And Duke. I just know there's other teams that have similar schedule. They're playing 14 at Arkansas. They're playing Baylor. Like they're obviously they have North Carolina, Miami, and the other teams in their conference. But they've already played They played Arizona, Michigan State back to back.
Which is wild to me.
Yeah.
And then they have a little bit of an off, and then they get Arkansas.
Yeah, they get Arkansas at the end of the month. They get Baylor right. I think it's right before their Christmas break. Then they kind of get like an easy game against Queens or whatever. But I like how basketball team, because a loss to 12 ranked Arizona isn't going to ruin Duke's chances at a number 1.
No,
and I wish college football, and I think you might see that now with 12 teams going into the playoff. I know I'm kind of circling back to college football, not intentionally, but with their expanded 12 teams, if you have Oregon and Washington and Texas and Ohio State on your schedule, which Michigan does next year, they can actually afford to lose 2 games. Not that I would ever want them or expect
I wouldn't
to.
say 2. 2's a stretch, but I think you can still. Yeah.
10-2 isn't going to be top 10, top 12.
I think it's definitely doable, but this year
potential. You know, like if you drop one early to Texas and you lose the game.
Right now, you have 2 teams that would be in the top in the college football playoff at 12 at Oregon State and Penn State at 8-2.
Right. So
right now.
And I think you're going to get more of those.
Oh, you're definitely with these super the super.
Well, you're going to have You're going to have to. You're going to have to. Like 5 of the 10 scheduled games for Michigan are guys or teams are in the top 15 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I think it's going to make next year's college football fucking insane.
And it's going to be. You're going to have the most sets of eyes. Like I think college football's. I don't think it ever will happen, but I think this is going to be the closest college football is going to come to NFL with viewership.
I think college football, with the way it's put out next year, will be more popular than baseball. I think you have college football, NFL,
that's tough.
NBA. I know
that's right in the thick of the hunt for October and everything with the World Series and everything. I think it's tough, but you're going to say that it's going to go NFL, NBA, college football?
Yes.
But then baseball, because baseball can't compete with the other 2 big sports, major sports.
Yes. And I understand baseball is like very regional, and we're going on a whole different tangent, but that's what we do.
Yeah, we're good at this.
Yeah, I think you could see something like because I know we went over it, or I think you and I did, or I might have with someone else. Like the gauntlet that the Big Ten schedule is going to have, on top of Michigan like scheduling Texas, having Oregon, Washington, USC, Ohio State, like every other week is going to be a top 25 matchup between these teams. And I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And I love how much the Big Ten and the Pac-12 have been connected because the Rose Bowl and all that stuff. And a lot of these teams have played each other in like historical times. What are we pulling up? Yeah.
That's the schedule for next year. Granted, it's probably a little difficult for everybody to see, but even your Wolverines, where are they? Here they are. Right, they start with USC, Minnesota, Washington, Illinois State, Oregon, and Ohio State.
And their non-conference is Texas.
I mean, even Wisconsin, look. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then even Wisconsin, they open with USC. Yeah. You're getting Penn State next year, Oregon, and
Iowa.
Yeah. These are great schedules. Ohio State gets Oregon. What? How did they get? They got out of that pretty easy, actually. Oregon.
They have no one except Oregon.
Oregon, Penn State, Michigan.
No, from the new conference.
They get Oregon. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but they get one. Michigan has 3.
Well, okay. Washington is going to be fun. Washington, Michigan is going to be fun. Because where is that?
Michigan, USC is going to be fun. Michigan, Texas is going to be fun because you don't.
The whole season's going to be great.
I know because we don't see these teams all the time.
No, and that's what's great. You usually only see them in bowl games.
And I can't wait if my team goes undefeated again, and I'm just like,
all right, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
If JJ's back, we're running it back for the 3rd time.
Well, first off, let's talk about this. Caleb won't be back. Caleb's going to the draft, so USC could take a step back.
Takes a dip. Probably.
Penix is going to be gone. Penix is probably.
But I don't know about
Bo Nix is probably gone.
Yeah, but still, these are top teams.
Oh, I agree, but I'm also saying there could be a massive step backwards for the incoming Big Ten teams.
True. Are they all going to be 10-0 or 9-1? No, probably not.
Where is SC playing late? No, is that home? That's a home game. Oh, they really did USC a favor with this scheduling. They don't play a cold weather game.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
What about UCLA? Washington, but that's something.
Washington can play in some weather. No.
I'm looking at UCLA. I'm looking at UCLA. Like this is a home game against SC. This is an away game in November.
Washington.
Like I want to see these teams. Michigan come. Granted,
I want to see USC and Michigan the week before
Yeah. That's where I was going with this. Like that. Those are the games that I want to see. USC coming to Randall at the end of September, that's not going to make a big difference. Then you have your traditional Big Ten teams, and then Oregon in November. Oregon gets cold.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
okay. But back to basketball. Back to basketball.
Sorry,
I like the parity that they're willing to play big teams. It makes college football or college basketball fun for longer.
Mm-hmm.
I think Texas could have a run at the 1.
They actually have a good squad. I think I was looking over their team the other day because that's how I try and learn. I look over the team. I look over what they've done.
Yeah.
I mean Texas is playing right now. They're playing Rice right now.
Shouldn't be close, but yeah.
9-point game.
Let's see. Let me look at
if I'm mathing correctly, which that's not always. Because they have who's their big player? I think it was actually they're a very well-rounded team.
Who?
Texas.
Yes.
And I think that's what their strength is. I think I love college basketball season. Granted, I don't start paying attention until usually like mid-season when you have a little bit more of a picture to look at. The beginning of the season is very hard because there's so much to cover. But we will definitely still get it won't be a preview anymore, but we'll get you and Keith in here one of these times. It would have to probably be a Sunday episode, but we should probably talk some NFL.
You think?
We have yet to do that. So last week, let's start with Monday. Let's start with the Monday night game.
Okay.
What the hell is going on with Josh Allen?
Well, they fired their offensive coordinator
Because of Josh Allen.
Ooh, are you sure?
Yeah. You think that's play calling that Josh Allen threw 2 interceptions? You have Stephon Diggs. You have Gabe Davis. You have Dalton Kincaid. You have 2 capable running backs. Granted, their offensive line still isn't that good, but you should be able to put up points against the Broncos.
Listen, I'm excited because you know who the new offensive coordinator is?
Oh, I saw it. I don't remember, though.
Joe Brady.
Ooh.
Where did Joe Brady make his name? From being Joe Burrow's offensive coordinator in college.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to Carolina with Matt Rule, and he sucked. Well, Matt Rule sucked.
Matt Rule sucked.
And now I believe he was the quarterbacks coach for the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's the offensive coordinator. If he's gonna call plays, I like that. I think that's a good change.
So the Bills still should have won this game.
Yeah, the Broncos fucking suck. Yes.
The Bills handed that game to the Broncos on a silver platter on so many different.
Yeah. How do you? They miss a field goal and you have too many freaking guys on the field.
How do you have 12 men on the field on the final play of the game? I will never.
Well, they
understand
rushed off.
Don't they? Isn't the guy in the back supposed to be counting how many people are in front of him?
I mean, in theory,
that's literally what they do on punt.
But if he wasn't on the field the play previous and he's running on too,
yeah, that's valid.
I don't know how you're a professional football player and hey, field goal block. I don't know how you have someone extra. That part I don't get. I know there's intricacies of it that I'm overlooking, but like if I go yell elephant package, you know who's in that package.
Yeah.
If you're not in that package, why
What's the 12th? What is the 12th man thinking out there? That's my question. What the hell was that 12th guy thinking?
Oh, I thought we were a punt. My bad.
Yeah.
What?
So James Cook had a good day. He hit triple digits, I think, for the first time this season. So he had a good game. Like, granted, again, the Bills should have won this game on so many different counts. It wasn't even just that field goal. I think they scored too fast. There were penalties on that final drive. There was so much going on, and the Bills just shit the bed. There's a world where the Bills don't even make the playoffs. They will make the playoffs, let's be honest, but
yikes.
They get the Jets this weekend. I think they lose that game again.
You think they lose against the Jets? Is Aaron Rodgers coming back?
I think the Jets got to be in playoff position for that to happen. Think about they have the Bills have a gauntlet. I didn't realize this was their remaining schedule. Jets, Eagles, at Eagles, at Chiefs, at home against the Cowboys, at Chargers, at home against the Patriots, and at Miami. That is ridiculous. I think that might be worse than the Eagles schedule.
They could go 2-4, 2-5.
They could easily go 2-5 in that schedule. And I think
they should beat the Jets. They should beat the Patriots.
That's your only 2 should wins. I think they lose against the Eagles because it's in Philly.
Yeah, no, I get that. I don't.
They don't win. They don't win against Kansas City in Kansas City. I think.
Yeah, no. Going
Dallas
back to the last 2 Super Bowl matchup from last year is someone hates the Bills for that.
Yeah.
Go play the Chiefs and then go play the Eagles or whatever. Oh yeah. Go on the road too. Screw you.
I think Cowboys is winnable. Cowboys have been the Dolphins of the NFL or of the NFC. When the Cowboys face below 500 teams, they win and they blow them out. They do what they're supposed to do. But the 2 times they have faced teams above 500, they have lost.
Well,
one convincingly, one the Eagles tried to hand them the fucking game. They also lost to Arizona. So I think they can win against the Cowboys. I think at Chargers is interesting because the Chargers are kings of giving away games. but the Bills could easily miss the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't
Yeah,
want-
I mean,
I don't want that though.
maybe they suck. Who knows? They might.
Is
Suck.
Josh Allen bad?
No,
Okay.
no. I think he's Brett Favre. He's becoming Brett Favre.
And I'm okay with that. I would
Yeah,
love to
right.
watch another Brett. I would love to
Yeah.
watch another Brett Favre career.
Yeah, Brett Favre would put his body on the line. He'll go jump over mofos like he's slinging the pill. That's Josh Allen. Josh Allen is today's Brett Favre.
This is not a question. This is a statement. Just because I can. The Texans are good. I like it. I like it. I like the Texans. They're a bunch of young guns, not really caring about what they're doing, but they're doing a hell of a job. CJ Stroud has to be rookie of the year favorite on the offensive side of the ball.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think it's necessarily close anymore.
No.
I think he
probably
could miss. I think he could miss a couple games and still win it. This is an underrated
maybe.
quarterback
Yeah.
class. I think Anthony Richardson had something. I think Bryce Young is he's going to be, if he's going to blossom, it's not going to be this year or next year. It's going to be his third year.
Well, with Stroud being what he's doing, it's just continuing the trend of the second quarterback taken always being better.
Yeah, that's why you never want the first quarterback at this point, because there's too much pressure on it.
Yeah, so you should invest in Drake May then next year.
I would agree with that, or Penix. I think this
I don't think
quarterback
Penix gets picked over Drake May. I just don't.
I don't think so either. I think Penix is going to have the better NFL career, though.
I don't.
No? Okay. That's fine.
Drake May's got a fucking cannon.
49ers are all the way back.
Listen, I don't understand how every skill position outside of Christian McCaffrey can score the ball. For him to break a record, what are we doing? Why is he not getting the ball every single time until he scored?
They tried. They did at the end of that drive. At the end of that final drive,
that's
all they were doing was force.
Why were they?
How many rushes did he have at the end of that
game?
game?
We're up 34.
Oh, how did he only have 16 carries though?
Thank you.
Okay, all right. It was a wild weekend. I did not expect much from this weekend of football, but it was a good football weekend.
Yeah.
Packer game. Okay, let's talk about the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, for the first time this season, going to say that game was not on Jordan Love.
No.
That game was that Jordan Love looked poised in the pocket at times. Yes, he had 2 interceptions, but he looked ready for the challenge. He was going up against TJ Watt and Cam Hayward, and he played very well. The problem is that your one veteran on that offense did not play well. Aaron Jones. What the hell was he doing at the end of that game? How do you not just go out of bounds?
Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense.
You have so many pieces that are so young. Jaden Reed starting to play well. Musgrave had a good game. Yep. Granted, he had 2 catches, but Wicks is playing well. Dobbs is playing well. I think the only person was who everybody thought was going to be the number 1 receiver here, and that's Christian Watson. Everybody crucified me when I said Christian Watson was not going to be the number 1 guy. He's not going to have the better career. He is a spacer. He is the burner.
We'll see.
I think Dobbs is going to have the better career. I think Jaden Reed's having a hell of a rookie season.
Yeah, he's good. You know, when we drafted Amari Rodgers a couple years ago and he sucked, Jaden Reed's looking a lot better than whatever Amari Rodgers did. So that's a positive. But also, I'm okay with the Packers losing because I knew if this season was going to go poorly, it was okay. There's a lot of good talent at the top of the draft.
There is a lot of good talent.
And they'll be somewhere probably between 5 and 10 picks.
What are they, 3 and 6?
6. I think they're 6 right now. 5 or 6.
They're 3 and 6. I can bring that up. 3 and
yeah.
They're 3 and 6, I think.
Yeah, projected draft order.
2, 4, 6, 8. They're sitting at 8 right now.
Are we sure?
It's going.
Are you sure?
I don't have the actual draft board, but it's going to go Bears.
Well, yeah, it's
Bears, Patriots, Cardinals, Giants, Bears, Titans, Rams, Packers. Your Saints pick, by the way, is starting to look a little bit better. A little shaky for a little bit, but now,
Yep.
I don't know.
I mean, it was pretty. Let's see.
Here, 12, 13, and 4 is off the table.
Yeah. So currently, the draft order is Chicago by way of Carolina, New York, New England, Arizona, Chicago, Green Bay.
Okay.
So
that would put you in the range. I saw somebody had a mock draft of them taking one of that Washington receiver, which doesn't make sense. Why you would draft another receiver?
Let's see.
You need.
I don't know who
linemen.
Chicago takes. Who does Chicago take?
Marvin Harrison. I think they like one of these two quarterbacks that they have. I don't think they take another quarterback. I don't think they take Caleb. I think New England. I think who's
Caleb
number
doesn't
two?
last.
Who'd you say number
Caleb
two
would
was?
not last to 5. New York.
They just paid Danny Dimes. There's no way. Who's 3?
He tore his ACL. So,
well, who's 3?
New England.
New England takes him. He could drop to 3. That's the farthest he's dropping.
He's
if
not
the
going
draft
to
were to
Arizona.
happen
I
right
think
now.
Arizona still thinks Kyler's a good player. I don't know why.
Well, he looked okay this past weekend. I don't like
and then
him.
And then you get back to Chicago.
If he's still sitting there at 5, Chicago would take him. But at that point, now you're getting phone calls from different teams. You're getting phone calls from the Rams.
I don't know what if the Bears are sold on Jordan Love or not.
The Packers?
No, fuck no.
No, that's what I was asking.
Give me Marvin Harrison.
Marvin won't let. Marvin's going 1, 2, or 3.
Why?
There's no way that Marvin drops that far.
New England just benched their quarterback. New England just benched their quarterback.
Like, this is the third. This isn't news. New England's going to take Caleb if he's sitting there. New England might even move up to grab Caleb.
And New York might grab Drake May. So who's going to Chicago?
You really think that New York's going to move on from Danny right after they give him all that money?
Yeah, I do.
They just gave him all that money.
It was like last year. It was like they're like a year into it.
I don't think there's a way they do that. I'm looking at the rest of the teams that need quarterbacks, though. Do the Rams have their pick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Rams are going to take a quarterback. They have Stafford. Well, it depends on if one of Drake May or him are sitting there.
I think they move up. I don't think Drake May or Caleb Williams is there.
Okay, so who do you think the Bears take with number 1?
I think they're taking Caleb.
Let's see what Justin does this weekend. Because
I don't know what New York and New England do, because New England's benching their quarterback. Danny Dimes has a torn ACL. They both should probably take a quarterback.
I think the Packers take a quarterback.
I don't. No, I don't.
If Drake May drops. So they're at 6.
If Drake May drops to 6, I will piss my pants with excitement. They won't take him, though. They're going to give Love another year.
And that's the problem.
I'm okay with that. I'm not upset at that.
So they go.
But if Marvin Harrison is at 6 and they don't take Marvin Harrison,
no way Marvin Harrison drops to 6. Marvin Harrison's going in the top 5. 100%.
The way this looks is that the Packers are going to get the best offensive tackle probably from.
They're already saying Marvin Harrison is going to be the best receiver in 2 years. They're comparing him to Justin Jefferson already, and it's ridiculous.
I'm just saying, if he's on the Packers, I would fully support that Ohio State fuckhead.
No, you won't.
Yeah,
you'll say it. You will say it, but deep in your heart, you will not accept it.
No, because I grew up watching Marvin Harrison's dad with Peyton Manning with my brother. So,
trust me, I know. I love that team.
I love Marvin Harrison.
Him and Harrison. No, Reggie Wayne. Thank you. My brain kind of collapsed on itself.
Edrin live and let or Joseph live and let a die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't Edrin, was it?
Edrin James and Joseph Adai.
Mm-hmm. It's Jeff Saturday at center.
Bob Sanders.
Yeah.
Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis.
We immediately dove into that one. Great team. I love that. Those Colts. So another news in the NFL. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson out for the year. I know that's not really on your radar because I didn't think the Browns were for real anyway, but that defense is for real. I think the defense carries them this weekend against Pittsburgh, and the defense wins that game. But I also like that they are starting DTR. A lot of people are poo-pooing me for this. I think Dorian Thompson-Robinson is going to have a very bad game, but I really want to see this kid play. I like his game. I don't think he has a great arm, but he's similar. He's a lesser version of Justin Fields, which is disrespectful. But yeah, I know. But he's a rookie. I want to see what the kid's got.
You know what's kind of fucked up?
What's
I'm just going over this thing with the draft.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears-Packers game. If the Bears win, they would have a better record than the Packers. They're currently 3-6 and 3-7. Bears haven't had their bye.
Packers
and then the
own.
Packers
the
would
Packers
move ahead.
own the Bears. The Packers own the
I
Bears.
know. But if there was a time for them not to own the Bears, what hell of a time.
So you're telling me
Bears fans, you get to win, but now you don't get your second top 5 pick. What do you want to do?
Well, here's the thing. They get the number 1 pick regardless this year because Carolina's not winning.
But people are saying they were going to have 2 top 3 picks. That's what the projection was. Oh, they get Caleb and Marvin. Now they get Caleb and big titty guy from Oregon. I don't know. Like,
they're going to take defense. They'll get if they take Caleb, they're going defense with that second pick. Then they have to.
Okay, I know.
Granted, they made a trade for Sweat from the Montez Sweat.
I'm just saying, if Green Bay and Chicago pick and Green Bay's got a top 5 pick, Marvin Harrison's coming to the cold.
I still don't think that the Bears take Caleb.
I don't see how you say that. It's been the consensus from literally a year ago.
Well, yeah, that if it was, this is so. New England.
People say he is a better prospect than Trevor Lawrence, which is absurd. I agree. I agree with you. I don't like.
Oh, I thought you were agreeing with Trevor. He's better than Trevor Lawrence.
No,
I was gonna find you and slap you.
I don't like not Trevor Lawrence. I don't like Caleb Williams.
I like Trevor Lawrence because he's on the Jags. I like Trevor Lawrence because he's on the Jags. If he played for another team, I probably wouldn't like him.
That's fine. But all I'm saying.
Also, I'd like to caveat this real quick and like wrap up the Packer talk. The Packers' point differential is only -3.
Yeah, I know.
All of their games, they're close games. They're playing close games. So they're losing.
They're a young team. They're the youngest team in the NFL making mistakes and critical points. Oh, as if we didn't call that beginning of the year. Weird. Weird how that works.
All right. I know you hate doing this. Power rankings?
Whatever. Pull it up if you want.
I just want to hear you say it.
Fuck the power ranking.
There it is. It clicked in your head, didn't it?
Yeah.
So ESPN currently, I'll give you the top 10. ESPN has the Cincinnati Bengals at number 10. Oh, here you go. I've seen this tossed around a lot. Caleb Williams is tanking so he doesn't get drafted by the Bears. I don't think the Bears take him.
Okay, so where did he go? New York? Where did he go? New York?
New England.
Oh my God. You think Caleb Williams and his painted fucking fingers crying to his mom is going to survive under Bill Belichick? Absolutely not.
Will Belichick won't be there.
Belichick won't be there. Belichick won't be there. Here's the fucking bullshit. Caleb Williams. All you do is he was making fun of someone for when they were upset that they lost the game. He was making fun of someone being teary-eyed or whatever, being upset or making an emotional post. And then your bitch ass decides to go and cry to your mom in the stands, which I'm fine. That part's fine. I have no problem showing emotion. I'm all for that. But you cannot call someone out on social media like LOL. I think that's what he tweeted. LOL, when it was something about some emotional tweeter crying, right? Mm-hmm. You can't do that and then go do the exact same thing and then not take criticism. What?
I think Caleb Williams is going to set up to be Cam Newton 2.0.
Don't be a bitch. And I don't say that like, I have, like I said, no problem showing emotions and hugging your mom.
I would like that.
No. They just drafted 2 quarterbacks back-to-back drafts. They're not drafting
know.
a third. You're dumb.
I know. I'm not saying it's going to happen. but I would
Tannehill,
like
go
it.
back to play wide receiver. Ryan Tannehill, go back to play wide receiver like you did in
Tannehill can go back to
Go back.
Miami for all I give a shit.
Whatever. I just don't like the hypocrisy from Caleb Williams. I think he is too much. He's going to be too much of a headache. I think
Mhm.
he's going to crash and burn. And with that said, he's still going to get taken number 1.
Okay, give me those top 5 teams again for the draft. Chicago, New England, or New York.
New York, New England, Arizona, Chicago, Green Bay.
All of those
that
are cold weather. All of those are cold weather. He's gonna fail in cold weather. He's been basking in the sun. I think that's going to come into play too. Atlanta, that's too far down. They
Maybe
like Kyler.
Arizona. Maybe Arizona.
They like Kyler.
I don't know.
Kyler's got to start crashing and burning pretty quick though for that to happen.
Why was he not playing?
Who?
Kyler.
He had an injury. He had torn ACL.
Pussy.
Torn ACL. I like Atlanta, but I think they give Desmond Ridder one more year. I don't like the idea of giving Desmond Ridder one more year. I don't think Desmond Ridder is a very good quarterback at all.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay
But
Kyler either.
But they did.
Mm.
They gave him basically a show me deal.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, I thought we were going to have a conversation about the Vikings probably till week 5 when they started rattling off wins.
I think Josh Dobbs becomes their starting quarterback.
Thank you. Somebody finally agreed with me.
Yeah,
I've been talking about this for the last week that Josh Dobbs
Kirk
is going to
Cousins
come
goes
in.
away. Kirk Cousins might come back, kind of be there and like back him up. I think they go Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs isn't that old.
No,
like 27,
he's also
28.
playing out of his fucking mind. He's
I don't
playing
know.
really well.
That guy just goes out and balls.
He does. He's good.
I'm fine with.
So
Yeah.
I just don't have a good fit for Caleb at the top of that draft. There's no good fit at the top of the draft
Yeah.
because okay,
You're
now
just
that
naming teams, Ryan.
I
You're just
mean,
naming teams.
yeah, but that one actually makes sense if they were near the top.
Kansas City,
Shut the fuck up.
Dallas,
True. It's true. They need a
Toronto.
quarterback. Did you say Toronto?
Yeah.
Shut up. The Dallas Cowboys need a new quarterback. Theirs sucks.
Yeah, okay, go to Trey Lance.
I would love
Yeah,
that.
Philly's quarterback.
Go.
Yep, that's true.
That dead air there.
I
Top
haven't seen them.
power rankings, and we're getting out of here. We're running Cincinnati.
Top 5?
Do
Top
you
5,
want to
top
give
10?
our top 5? I was going to round out, let you know what ESPN has as their top 10.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me the top 10.
Cincinnati at number 10, 5-4. Jacksonville at 9, which is I think a little bit disrespectful after getting. Shut up, Ryan. 8 is Cleveland. That will drop.
they're
They'll
gonna
fall
drop.
off. Dallas went from 9 to 7 after shellacking the Giants for the second time. The Dolphins are all the way down to 6. Weren't they on a bye week this week? How did they drop 2 spots on that? That's kind of wild. Baltimore at 5, Detroit at 4, San Francisco at 3, Kansas City at 2, Philadelphia at 1.
Did I or did I not say that the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship game would be Philly and Detroit? Weird.
Pretty sure I said the same thing.
I said that. But then there's San Francisco, so we'll see.
I don't think San Francisco makes it. I think this is a fluke game. I don't think they're good.
I think Houston gets in the top 10.
I like that.
Cleveland falls out. Houston becomes new top 10.
ESPN has Houston currently at 13.
Yeah, that's fine. I think they're better than both Pittsburgh and Seattle.
I agree with that. So my top 5.
Pittsburgh's fluky. Yeah, so go ahead. What's your top 5?
My top 5 is I'm flip-flopping what ESPN has. I still have Miami at 5. I'm going to put San Francisco at 4. I'm going to put Detroit at 3, Kansas City at 2, Philadelphia at 1.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not putting your Eagles at 1.
I know you won't. You're not going to do it all year.
I'm keeping everything the same that you just did, except I'm flip-flopping 1 and 2.
You think the Chiefs are better than the Eagles?
I do believe that.
I would have been fine if you said San Francisco was better than the Eagles. I am not okay with you saying the Chiefs are better than the Eagles.
Listen, this is a Taylor Swift world, and we're living in it. And if Taylor Swift wants Travis Kelce to win the Super Bowl, she's going to get the Super Bowl to happen. And I think it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be better. This is the Taylor Swift era. This is of the NFL. So that's where we're at.
The only reason you got to talk is that I'm speechless from you. Kansas City only has Patrick Mahomes at this point. I think
they have Travis Kelce.
And you know
Kelce
what?
is,
I'm ecstatic to see that rematch in a couple weeks.
Do you know who Travis Kelce is dating?
That's what I think about that. Actually,
I'm just saying, dude.
Isn't the Eagles Chiefs game this week?
No.
I'm fairly certain that's this week, isn't it?
No, it's not. Shut up.
I'm fairly certain it is this week. It's a Monday night game.
Oh my god, I gotta wait till Monday for that bullshit.
That's what I said. I thought it was going to be a Sunday night game
That
because
sucks.
the gauntlet begins for the Eagles.
Yo,
Chiefs,
low
Bills,
key, though-
Niners, Cowboys, Seahawks.
Low key though, tomorrow's game's gonna be a banger. Bengals Ravens.
I'm ecstatic for it.
That's a
I hope the
banger
Bengals. I hope the Bengals destroy the Ravens.
Let's
I don't
see.
know.
Okay, let's just give a quick. Okay, before we head out, quick preview. So Thursday night, Bengals Ravens. Who do you got?
Bengals.
Okay.
Bengals have to bounce back after last week.
Yeah, I think Bungles win too. Steelers Browns. I got Steelers.
Steelers, but I think it's
no
really
Deshaun.
close.
No Deshaun.
Yeah, I think
But
the Browns defense.
What's the line? Oh, right now Cleveland's favored by 1. I don't like that.
No,
I
don't
still
like
think
that
it's
either.
close. It's a division game. They always play close. Then we get Bears Lions. Detroit -8. Yeah, give me that. That's fine.
Give me
Lions.
plus the points. Yeah, plus the points.
Yeah. Then we get Chargers Packers.
Give me Chargers with the points.
Yeah, probably. Only 3 in Green Bay though. In Green Bay.
I think that's a game.
Fight.
That's one of
It's a
those
long
games.
fight.
That's one of those games that the
That's a
Packers
trap.
win. That's one of the games that Packers will win. Never mind. I'm
That's a
flipping
trap.
mine.
Yeah,
Give me
that's a
Packers.
trap. That
Give me
-3.
Packers.
That's a trap, guys. You don't go to Lambeau and are favored by a field goal. No shot.
Especially from LA.
But and I don't know if Keenan Allen is hurt or not. I believe he's questionable currently.
They don't have any healthy receivers outside of Quentin Johnston.
Who sucks?
Yeah, I'm disappointed in him.
Yeah, guess what? He went to TCU. Shocking. Sucks.
Big 12 country.
Raiders, Dolphins. I don't know.
Give me Miami, not the
Miami
to not
is
cover.
-13.5.
Give me Miami, but not to cover.
Give me Raiders to cover.
Okay.
I like that.
I like
Antonio
that.
Pierce is inspiring this team. I
Mhm.
fuck with it.
Devontae Adams goes for 125.
This third game, Giants Commanders. I think Sam Howell throws for 4 touchdowns. That's all I'll say.
I think he also throws for 350.
And probably still 3 interceptions.
Probably. He's a modern day Jameis Winston. now.
Here's another. I don't explain this to me. Okay, Miami is at home. Miami is at home against the Raiders, who's been playing well, 2-0. How are they a bigger spread than the Cowboys taking on the 1-8 Panthers in Carolina?
The Cowboys
don't
are going
get
to
that.
win by more than the over.
Probably. 42. is a lot.
Jesus. The
I don't
over-under
know
is
how- I
42
don't
and a
get that.
half. Give me Cowboys by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't understand how it's only 10.5.
Bryce Young's going to throw 2 or 3 interceptions.
1 per pick 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
Agreed.
then we get the Titans and Jags. I think that could actually be a sneaky good game. I don't think
I think-
a lot of people are going to see that game, considering
No.
all the other games that are on in big markets.
Yep.
Um,
Give me
like
Jags. Not to cover, though. Give
yeah,
me.
Jags. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
by
not going
4.
to cover.
Jags by 4.
I like
Give me
that.
Jags by 4. I think then we got
Ooh.
Cardinals Texans. I think
That could be a
Texans-
sneaky game. That could be another sneaky game.
It is, but I think Texans are red hot. I think they're the team.
Mhm.
Only 5. Yeah, give me it.
Yep.
Then we got the first afternoon slate games. 49ers home against the Bucks. Give me San Fran, and I bet Christian McCaffrey scores 3 touchdowns just to
bet you he
piss on
does.
me some more. I might put that bet in 3 touchdowns.
Give me the
Bills-
under. Wait. Give me the under. 41 and a half. Give me the under.
Who did the San Francisco just play?
Jags.
And they put up 34. You like
Right.
the Jags D? Who you like the Bucks defense?
I like the
better than
Jags D better than the Bucks D, but also that was a comeback game. I
Yeah,
think,
but I could easily see this being 34-17.
yeah, but when they get a lead, they're going to take their foot off the pedal.
They
Now
didn't
they're not
last
playing.
time. They
That's
still
because there were
scored
so many
34 points.
turnovers.
I know, but
That's
they still
because they
scored
had
34 points.
That wasn't because they whatever.
I
Give me
just
the
say
under.
I
Give me
could
the
see
under.
34-17. I think
fine.
I would take the over. That's fine.
Give me the under.
49ers though.
Yeah,
Bills,
to cover too.
Jets in New York.
Give me Jets money line.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Then we got the Seahawks and the Ravens. Well, not Ravens, Rams.
Seahawks
okay.
have been really faulty lately. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams. And is Stafford back? Actually, that's that. Never mind.
Probably,
Give me that.
but they're at home. It's in LA.
If Stafford plays, Rams win. If Stafford doesn't play, it's Seahawks.
Then you get we get to see Sir Alopecia. And when I say that, I don't mean that as like a retort. Like I think it's just I want people to be aware.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. At Mile High in Denver, I think Minnesota walks away with that.
I would flip that line. Minnesota should be favored. Give me Minnesota by a touchdown.
Yeah, I'll take that. And then Monday Night
wait,
Football.
wait. Let's preface something. Justin Jefferson's back this week.
I don't care.
I know. I care. He's on my fantasy team.
They have Josh Dobbs. I don't care.
All right, here's the fun part. Play it. Give it to me.
I'm looking. Yeah, there ain't no way you win in fucking Arrowhead.
All right. That's fine.
I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift will be there too. So
Probably if they're in Kansas City.
well, actually, she might still be in Buenos Aires, or she might still be in the South. The last half of the Chiefs. Listen, okay, I got in a deep dive on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce TikTok last night.
Oh my! Why
Listen,
do we have to do this?
It wasn't like intentional. All I'm saying is that some psycho Swifties
There's a lot of
matched
them.
up. Yeah, I know. They matched up their potential schedules later this. I don't know if it hits. I think she's busy, but later this month and early in December, they have a lot of overlap of potential hangout time. And you know what happens when Taylor comes to the games? Travis Kelce plays well.
That means Taylor Swift has to be in house, otherwise he will not play well, and then the Eagles will roll the Chiefs.
Yeah, but your quarterback is shit.
No, he's not. No, he's
Compared to
not.
Patrick Mahomes, he is.
Everybody's shit compared to Patrick Mahomes. That's not a fair concept.
That's all I care about. Quarterbacks win games.
Jalen Hurts has won a lot of games this year.
He's won 8. That's not a lot.
That's a lot of. That's more than everybody else in the league.
Only because they've played more than everyone in the league.
That's not true. That is not true.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Judd, they're coming off of their bye week, my guy. That is literally the opposite.
Give me
of
Chiefs by
watching.
10. Give me Chiefs by 10.
Eagles by 3.
Aren't the Chiefs coming off a bye? Yeah. Guess what? Andy Reid. As you should know this, Andy Reid is the best coach coming off the spread.
I very off the bye, not off the
Off
spread.
the bye. Against the spread. Both, actually. Give me Big Red. Big Red and cheeseburgers.
Eagles by 3. I think on a walk-off. Give me a walk-off field goal from Jake Elliott.
Shanks it, and then
Jake Elliott is arguably the second best kicker in the league right now.
I'm sorry, the second best kicker in the league's name is Jake Moody.
We're leaving. I'm not even entertaining that statement.
That's
He's
fine.
garbage.
No, he's not.
Guys, you can catch MV3 live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Facebook and YouTube is MVP Podcast. Twitch is
MV3 Podcast, not MVP Podcast.
Did I say MVP?
You said MVP Podcast.
How long have we been doing this? And I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've made that mistake.
Yeah.
You can catch the audio next day on Spotify, Apple Pods, and Google Pods. Anywhere you can get your podcast. Check out the TikTok and the Facebook page. But for Kyle and Tbone, this has been MV3. We hope you have a great rest of your week. Later, guys.
The only thing with the White Sox, I say, they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
the Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.